So these are the three things that we want to look at in terms of what is your personal brand, right? So up here we've got what category do you fall within, which we're going to talk a lot about. Then you've got your one-word uniqueness, which should sound somewhat familiar to you, unless this is your first event, then it may not. And then you have the empirical problem that you solve, which is at the foundation and the basis of all things that we do to build your personal brand, okay? In relation to your keynote speech, right? So you have your overarching problem that you solve, which is your personal brand. So my keynote, my title is called Better Than Ever, but the problem I solve is irrelevance. So my problem would be irrelevance, and that's unique to what I talk about. It's how do people and companies go from or prevent themselves from becoming irrelevant. So what problem does your keynote solve? So if you're talking to whoever is booking it, which is very often not a meeting planner, so whoever is booking you, you need to be able to say, hey, if your company or your audience have this problem, I am the speaker for you. Then it would be your message. What is the message of your keynote? So I mentioned that my keynote is called Better Than Ever. The problem I solve is irrelevance. The message that I am teaching in my keynote is how to move on, to not do things the way that they were done, to not live in the past, to not think the best has already come and gone, right? It's how to move on, right? So this is both for a corporate audience and I have a corporate version and a personal version, right? Very slight tweaking. But this is for that company who is plateaued, who needs to reinvent, who needs to innovate, who needs to step into the next era. And then I have it tailored to a personal version, which is much more around living the next half better than the first half of how your best is yet to come. So my message is how to move on, right? Move on. But the problem is irrelevant. So this is unique to your keynote, right? One word uniqueness is, think about this again in terms of your keynote, which could be the same as your personal brand, so that's fine. But what is so unique about your keynote? What is the unique factor for your keynote? Okay, what's the uniqueness factor? So mine is all about reinvention. Plenty of people talk about change, which is in essence what I talk about is change. I just don't call it change. It's reinvention. So that is how do you define and explain what you speak about? Are you a motivational speaker? Are you a leadership speaker? Are you an economist? Are you a women's speaker? Are you a talent speaker? Are you a story speaker? Are you an expert speaker?